What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comments section. Today's Dodgers Nation questions of the day. What would you do to get Mookie Betts going? Would you move him down the lineup? Would you put him on the IL? Would you sit him for a couple days? How would you fix Mookie Betts and have him start playing like the player he was last season? And 10 years from now, how will the Dodgers look back on the Mookie Betts contract? Will they say it was a bad deal? Will they say it was okay? Will they say it was a great deal? Or will they say it was the greatest signing in Dodgers history? Let me know down below in the comments section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So make no mistake about it. Through 60 games, Mookie Betts hasn't played like that $365 million perennial MVP candidate that the Dodgers thought they signed last season. Now, when you look at his numbers across the board, he's slashing .256. That's a career low. On-base percentage of .369. It's actually a little higher than last season. I posted a .366 on-base percentage in 2020. But if you look at that slugging, it's way down. Last season, he slugged .562. That's down to .442. And his OPS has dropped from .927 to .811. And he currently has a +127 OPS plus. So that proves that he's not a below-average player or even an average player. Average is 100. He's at 127. But when you set the standard that he set for himself, you make that kind of money, people are going to start asking questions. Now, the first question I have is, where has the power gone from Mookie Betts? Last season, he was on pace to hit over 40 home runs. He hit 16 bombs last year in just 55 games. This year, he's not even on pace to hit over 20 home runs. So a big drop-off in his power numbers. Now, good news is last night, he had a triple. So nice to see him get a three-bagger against the Buccos last night. And he has had those Mookie Betts flashes. Over his last 11 games, he's 11 for his last 41 with 3 doubles and 2 triples, OPSing .814. But then he starts to slide again. He went 2 for 12 in the Braves series. Over his last 4 games, he's 3 for his last 15 with an OPS of .717. And really the issue with Mookie Betts, he's just not hitting the ball as hard as he typically does. His hard hit percentage is the lowest it's been in 4 years. His exit velocity is the lowest it's been since 2017. His current exit velocity average is 89.2 miles per hour. So he's got to start barreling up stuff, start driving the baseball. And in a second, I'll tell you what I think the Dodgers should do to help Mookie Betts start playing like Mookie Betts again. But first, AM 570's Dodgers insider David Vassegh, he sounded off on Mookie Betts after the Dodgers-Braves loss on Sunday.
For me, this Dodger offense is very hard to depend on at this point in time because they have not been very consistent. And this offense is never going to reach its potential until Mookie Betts starts playing like Mookie Betts and swinging the bat like Mookie Betts. He was 6 for 11 in that last series at Dodger Stadium. And then in this series against the Braves, he's just 2 for 12. 2 for 12 from your leadoff hitter and supposedly one of the best players in the game today. He has not played like that at all season long. And I'm sorry. I know everybody wants to say, oh, he may not be himself because of the back or the shoulder. It's been going on for too long now. It's June 6th right now. And if you're hurt, go on the injured list because sometimes if you're hurt, you're hurting the team more by being out on the field. So that for me is not an excuse anymore that holds water.
So, yeah, I do agree with David Vassegh saying that you can't make the excuses for him when it comes to the injuries. I was saying that a few weeks ago. If he's in the lineup and he's saying he's healthy, you can't just make up these injuries for him and use that as an excuse. If he's in the lineup, you have to hold him accountable for whatever success or lack thereof that he's having. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have some form of injury. That doesn't mean that he's not far from 100%, and maybe there's some pressure with that contract to say, hey, I got to be available. I have to be in there for my guys, especially when you've had a lot of guys out. With Corey Seager and Cody Bellinger, maybe Mookie Betts said, no, guys, I'll play through this injury. I'll step up. But now the guys are starting to come back and get healthy. Bellinger's back. Corey Seager is on his way back. He's healing very quickly. So if he really does have any form of injury, now would be the time to put him on that IL, let him get as close as he can to 100% for the stretch run. But when you watch him, it doesn't look like he's injured. It doesn't look like he's grimacing after at-bats. Yesterday on the triple, he hit that sprint speed was 28 feet per second. His average this year is 27.3, good for 193rd in the league. So it's not like those numbers are way down. If you look at his sprint speed throughout his career, it's not like he's in super elite territory. 2019, he was 184th in the league at 27.9 feet per second. Last year, he was at 28.3 feet per second, good for 70th. So that number actually was up last year. But really, when it comes to Mookie Betts, it's about going up there and attacking pitches. And you see him falling behind in counts a lot this year when he's up there, getting into these 1-2 holes, these 0-2 holes, and then he's in defense mode, and then he'll take strike three like he did yesterday on a borderline pitch. Or he'll end up with a weak fly out or ground out. So I think I just want to see him go up there and be aggressive. Yes, you want to get on base. Yes, you want to work that count, but we want to see him start raking. Now, one thing the Dodgers could do if they really want to shake things up is move him down in that Dodgers lineup. Now, the first thing you're going to say is, well, look at his numbers last year. As a leadoff hitter, Mookie slashed 302, 383, 570 with a 952 OPS, had a 156 WRC plus, and then when they had him batting second, he slashed 255, 300, 532, had an 832 OPS with a 121 WRC plus. You saw that walk rate was lower. The strikeout rate was about the same. But I think if you're Mookie Betts, a change in the lineup might help you. You're going to see different pitches to hit. You're going to have more opportunities to hit with runners in scoring position. Last year, he had a 1294 OPS with runners in scoring position. This year, a 790 OPS with runners in scoring position. So if I'm Mookie Betts, might want to shake things up. Might want to see how I do in the 2 or 3 hole. And then also, you have Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor's having the best season of his career, and he did a fine job hitting leadoff for the Dodgers in 2017. So I think with those 8 home runs that CT3 has this year, you put some pop in that leadoff spot. Right now, CT3 has a 392 on-base percentage. That's second on the team behind Max Muncy. Mookie Betts is currently at 369, third on the team. But bottom line is, if you're the Dodgers and this is the level of productivity you're going to get out of Mookie Betts, you have to do something, whether it be put him on the IL, whether it be move him down in the lineup. But you cannot let him go up there and continue to struggle, because this Dodgers offense early in games is not getting it done. Their first inning, second inning, third inning scoring is not where it needs to be. They need to find a way to get ahead in games, and that's his job, to go up there, set the table, set the tone, be the catalyst, and I definitely think he can be that. The thing I trust about Mookie Betts is I trust his talent, I trust his work ethic, and I know that he's going to find a way to get things right. And look, I'm very confident that in 10 years from now, we're going to look back and say it was a great contract. The Dodgers got an elite player in his prime who had elite seasons and helped the Dodgers win multiple World Series titles. That's what you wanted out of Mookie Betts, and you already got a World Series title in year 1. So it's just a matter of getting him to play like the player that we know he is, a top 5 player in Major League Baseball. He's just in a funk right now. There's a lot of different reasons why. But look, bottom line, like I said, it's not like he's an average or even a below average player. It's just the standard that he set. He's not playing up to that at the moment. But the Dodgers need to do something if he continues to struggle like this. You have to take an action at some point. You can't just go up there, have him batting leadoff for the entire season. If he's going to go up there and hit 256 with Eric Young's senior-like power, that's not what the Dodgers signed up for. But let me know down below in the comments, what would you do to get Mookie Betts going? And in 10 years from now, how do you think the Dodgers will look back on Mookie Betts' contract? Will they think it was a bust? Will they think it was a great deal? I want all your takes down below in the comment section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to GearUp.LA. Some of the best Dodgers t-shirt designs in the game. You're going to find it right over there at www.gearup.la. For the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.